Yes, like the fire in the circus.
See, what I need to do is put up a wall right here so you don't look at me at all, or like the blinders on horses, so you just look at your monitor instead of me.
I know. It just sometimes I don't have the screen up.
Oh, yeah.
And then I have to kind of watch what you're saying. That's why I do that.
Okay. What are we doing? What's your name again? Here we go.
IT Dan.
Oh, shit. Stop. Delete. Yes. Done. Back. And go.
Oh, I don't know what this thing is. I think it's a strip show, dance show.
Work there, dude.
Welcome to
DeaconLive.
DeaconLive.
Welcome back, guys. On today's show, you didn't know that pigs have wings now? And This Week in Cats, and how to get paid to drive your kids to school, and the obvious man hits it big time on TikTok. All this and much, much more will be discussed here on DeaconLive. How are you? How are things? Thanks for joining us here for the first segment of each show that we do here. We do a live streaming on our Twitch channel, our YouTube channel, and our Facebook fan page as well. So we would like to welcome each and every one of you. And also over to my far right-hand side, welcome to the show, IT Dan. How are you?
I'm doing very well. I was reading the comments. I'd like to say a big hello to our friend Ron, who watches our show every week.
Does he? Well, thank you, Ron. We appreciate Ron and everyone else that watches and comments on our show as well. Now, commenting, I got an earful this morning, Dan.
From Amy?
Yeah, from my wife, Amy. Now, for those of you who don't know, Tropical Storm Fred has come up through the panhandle of Florida, and it's worked its way across Georgia. It has now finally made it up here over the night here in the Carolinas. Now, for those of you who don't know, we broadcast just outside of Charlotte, North Carolina, a beautiful little town we like to call Marshville. And we sit on about 22 some odd acres. We have horses, we have chickens, we have cattle, oh my, all the whole thing. And we broadcast out of 800 square foot studio above our 3-car garage. I know, big baller, right. I understand that. Now that all the formalities are out of the way. So Tropical Storm Fred, did I say George before? I felt like it's
Fred, like Fred Flintstone.
Okay, so Fred came up, and it's a tropical storm here in the Carolinas is twice as bad as the tropical storm in Florida. Florida's flat. So here in the Carolinas, of course, we're mountainous, and excuse me, God, and we're mountainous. And so the storms hang around a little bit longer, and we get a little bit more wind. We get a lot more tornadoes. So last night, big lightning storm. We had tornado warning till 2 o'clock this morning. We have, of course, here on the property, we have trees and stuff. We're worried about the horses. We're worried about all the animals. And lightning strike. Bam, 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 bam. I mean, big lightning strikes.
You're worried about the horses blowing away?
No, I was worried about the horses freaking out and jumping over the fence or running through the electric wire or any of that stuff, because they don't care. When they get panicked, the head's down, they're gone. And so you have to worry about that. I know in Florida, we used to spray paint when hurricanes come through, we used to spray paint the addresses of the horses on the side of the horse. So if it ever got out, everyone would know, oh, that's, 123 Mayberry Street, wherever the horse came from.
Oh, I've never heard of that before.
And then you just shave it off. Horses have hair, like if you dye your hair. So here, my wife was all night long, like 3 o'clock in the morning, all night long, worried about the horses. Now, I tell you that to tell you this. As you know, we have adopted 2 new kittens from the Humane Society. We have Cheeto Burrito, which is an orange tabby male, and we have Triscuit Biscuit, which is a calico gray and orange long-haired female.
Okay, the last names are new.
Well, we just picked 2 that rhymed. So all night long, now the cats are getting used to us. I think they're like 9 to 12 weeks old, and they lay in the bed with us, and they, at night they lay in the bed, and they kind of fight a little bit. Well, last night, only Cheeto was in bed. That's the orange male. And we're like, maybe because of the storm, maybe because I was, cleaning the floors, I was running the Roomba, I was vacuuming. The other Triscuit cat was worried about, or got scared, went underneath something, okay? Now, of course, we have 2 big fat bulldogs. We let them out in the middle of the day. We let them out at night and all that stuff. We push them out, leave the door, and then close it, and everyone comes back inside. So all night long, 3 o'clock in the morning, lightning strikes. Bang, 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 bang. This morning, we wake up drive the side-by-side, check on the property, make sure there's no trees that have fallen down and knocked the fences over. Make sure the horses, we have all horses, we have all the chickens, everything's good. Get back up to the house. My wife's still looking for the female, the Trisket cat. And she's like, I don't see her. And she's looking underneath the couch. She's looking underneath this and looking underneath that. I'm like, babe, she's probably scared of the storm. Couldn't find her at all. So I go to the front door. I said, have you let the dogs out yet? She's like, no. So I open up the front door and then the storm door out the front door. And here she comes, the Trisket cat, up the staircase, down the deck, and meow, 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 ran into the house. She was outside during the whole entire tornado watch, thunder and cracking and lightning and all that stuff. And she's a kitten. She's like 9 weeks old. Scared to death, ran inside, hated me. Like, literally, I think I saw her stop at the door and go, and then run into the house.
What kind of parent are you? I mean,
don't get me started, because Amy goes, we need to be better parents. I'm like, what? I didn't do anything. I let the dogs out. I let the dogs in. If the cat wants to dart out the door, I kept saying to my wife, it's a good thing she came back. That means we're good parents. If we weren't good parents, she would have, Annie rode down the street there.
I have never heard the song "Who Let the Cats Out."
No, you have not, because normally cats are pretty much independent, and so this cat actually came back in, and it was weird because of all the rain and everything. I picked her up completely dry, so she found somewhere outside. We have a little cul-de-sac that our house surrounds, and somewhere in the cul-de-sac. Where we have plants and stuff, she found a dry spot throughout the night and was completely dry when she came in the house. Little scared, now she's, head on a swivel when she came in the house.
Well, this is a cat that has probably been indoors it never knew there was a big outside world.
Well, it was a cat that was, dropped off at the Humane Society, so who knows what kind of life it had, whether it was born in a barn somewhere.
Can't you check on CatMax and see the history?
I don't think there's a dog or a cat chip in it, I guess you would say, for the cat.
Okay,
but
just checking.
Yeah, everyone's fine. Now, Dan, what's new with you? Do you have any cat stories?
No, we have a stray cat at our house named Kitty, black and white cat.
How original.
Yes, and I built two houses. One that's on the porch, that's on stilts, and I built one that's out in the woods.
Now, when I say, do you have a cat? So you don't have to tell me a cat story. If you got something more important going on, please, by all means, tell me. But you build a cat house.
Yeah, I built two cat houses, and this cat has like a regular home, and then in the afternoon it goes in the woods and goes in the other house. So the cat's pretty lucky for a stray cat.
Now, it has a house outside, so you've built it like a vacation home type thing from being in the house.
Yeah, it was actually built for another cat, but that cat went to another neighbor's house. They liked her food better, I guess.
Now, you're going on vacation here soon, aren't you?
Yeah, we're planning on going away for about 3 days to the Black Mountains in North Carolina, near Asheville.
Near Asheville, okay. And why? What are the details on that, Dan?
My wife found a picture on the internet, probably in 2008, of a cottage. She goes, I'd really like to go there sometime. She showed me that picture, and
a cottage at random? She didn't even know if it was available to go to?
It's a rental one.
Okay.
It's a VRBO rental. And she's talked about it, and she showed me the picture several times. And when I was building my workshop, I saw that it looked similar to my workshop roof, and it had a dormer on it. And I decided to put a dormer on mine. My dormer doesn't look like the one on that house.
So that was it. She just said, I want that because of the dormer. I want you to build that dormer on our house.
Well, she kind of showed to me. She said, what do you think of that on the workshop? I said, I think that would be good. I'd build it differently, but a dormer would enhance it. And if you kind of look at it, it looks a little bit like my workshop, the place we're going to.
Okay. So, and how many days you said 3 days you're going to be there?
Yeah, we'll drive up and stay over 2 nights and come back on a Wednesday.
You going to party down while you're there, Dan?
No, not us.
You going to eat antique? What are you going to do? You're just
we'll
going to drive 3.5 hours to go sit in someone else's houses and look at their walls for 3 days?
Yeah, well, she said she wants to go in there, and maybe it's a test to see if we can live in a house that's 800 square feet and not kill each other.
Well, in today's program, we're going to talk about a little 9-year-old kid as well that built his very own Airbnb here in North Carolina, and what he's doing with all the money and how he got the money to build this. All this and much, much more coming up on Deacon Live. Stick around. You're listening to Deacon Live right here on Prophet Radio. I'll be right back. Now, for those of you watching us here on the live stream, we appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to go over to Prophet Radio, Prophet Radio. Click on the Deacon Live, and in probably about an hour or so, you're going to see the whole entire video here from today's podcast. We appreciate each and every one of you. We'll see you on the other side.